Welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we're going to make my quick and easy French bread pizza. Now I have a recipe for a full-on pizza where we make the dough, we make the pizza, and it is absolutely fabulous. But if you're short on time or it's a weeknight and you want to get something in the oven and in the table really fast, this pizza is the way to go. So join me as we make my quick and easy French bread pizza. So the first thing we're going to do is prepare our toppings. And we have some really long French breads that we're going to do. We're going to do one for Eric and one for me with different toppings on it. So the very first thing, I have some Italian sausage in the refrigerator. We're going to cook that up. Some of the other toppings that we're going to use is, of course, some pizza sauce. You can use your own homemade pizza sauce, but since this is a quick and easy weeknight recipe, we're going to go with some canned, right? We also have some mushrooms, and I already cut them up, and I really like to cook my mushrooms. I don't like them dry on the pizza, so we're going to saute the mushrooms. We've got some cheese, of course. Make sure you grate your own cheese. Don't buy the stuff in the packages because it has sawdust in it, right? So I grated that in our food processor. I also have some artichoke hearts that I'm going to be using on my pizza, as well as some roasted red bell peppers. And we're also going to be cutting up some pepperoni, and we're going to be cutting up some tomatoes. So I'm just using a grape tomato. I really love these because they tend to be really ripe and really tasty. You can use any kind of tomato that you want. These looked really good, and my supermarket tomatoes at times don't have much flavor. So these are a great alternative to the bigger tomatoes because they tend to be really flavorful. Okay, so next we're going to cut up some artichoke hearts. These are whole artichoke hearts. I believe is in water. It's not the kind that's in oil. So we're going to cut these up. These are whole, as I said. And since we're making this on French bread, I kind of want these a little bit smaller than what you would do on a regular pizza, just because, you know, there's not a lot of room on that. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut them a little like this. You can make them as small or big as you would like. This will just give me the taste of the artichoke hearts. Eric doesn't want these on his pizza, but I love them on mine, right? I love it when artichokes are in season. They're like almost one of my favorite foods. I steam them up in my pressure cooker. They cook really fast. We'll probably do that as soon as I can get some good ones. Okay, so next up, we're gonna cut up some fire roasted bell peppers. You can fire roast them yourself, but since this is, of course, a quick and easy recipe, we're just going to do this here. And these are going to taste really good on our pizza. So I'm not going to do, you can do big strips if you want. Like I said, this is kind of a small, narrow bread that we're going to be using. So I don't want them to be huge, because otherwise they'll take over the whole pizza, right? Which is okay if you're making a red bell pepper pizza, which certainly would be good. So you can sort of set this up as a little pizza bar. Have some individual French breads and just make a lot of different toppings and sauce and cheese them, and then let your kids go down the row and pick out the toppings that they want, put them on, and you can throw them in the oven. You can also cook this on the barbecue. Get you a pizza stone. The only reason we're not doing it on the barbecue today is it's a little rainy outside. But and we would normally barbecue when it's raining, but the camera doesn't quite like the rain, so we're sort of limited on that. Okay, so now we're gonna cook up our mushrooms and sausage, and I just have a pound of Italian sausage, and we have 2 cast iron pans here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the sausage into one, and we're just gonna cook this. I put a little bit of olive oil in there just because I don't want it to stick too bad. And in this one here, we're gonna go ahead and put our mushrooms. And I really like to cook my mushrooms because when you put them on there, they just dry out if you don't cook them at first. You don't have to do this step, but this is just my preference. So we're gonna go ahead and get this cooked up. We're gonna continue to scramble the sausage, and we're gonna cook these until they're cooked down and nice and almost caramelized, huh? Okay, our sausage and mushrooms is done, and we're just gonna go ahead and drain these off. I wash my mushrooms so I get a little bit more liquid, slightly more. You won't get a lot, but you will get liquid out of mushrooms because they have a lot of water in them anyway. So we're gonna get these out of here. They smell really, really good. And now we're gonna get the sausage out. Sausage smells good too. These are gonna be really, really good pizzas. So we have some big, huge, long French bread. I got this at my local club store. You wanna make sure that you use a bread knife, otherwise you're gonna squish your bread, right? And pretty much it's just serrated. What I have over here is some cookie sheets with parchment paper on. These are such big breads. We're gonna see how they fit on here. We're going to be doing one bread and then the other, and the first one will go in the oven while we're preparing the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it here. You don't have to do this, just because I want to make sure it'll fit a little better. And we're going to cut it here, and we're just going to open this bread up, sort of like a big submarine sandwich, right? And we're just going to cut all the way through this bad boy till we have 2 halves. And this is our instant pizza dough, right? So we're gonna put those on here, and we're gonna go ahead and cut this one. So let's make our pizzas. And we're gonna make Eric's first. So I have our sauce here, and we're just gonna dip it on here. Eric asked me, what are we gonna do with that hole in the bread? So I told him I'll fill it up with stuff, right? And you like a lot of sauce, Eric?
Sure.
Smells really good. So now, you want cheese, Eric?
Sure.
Why'd I even ask that question, right? So we're gonna go with the cheese. A little cheese or a lot of cheese?
I want you to break out that pitchfork and just dump it.
Won't cook all the way if you put too much. Okay, so I know Eric wants some pepperoni. He's been already over here looking at this. So we'll give him some pepperoni. With this, you don't want to put a huge amount just because, you know, it's not going to fit like a regular pizza. Not quite. Olives.
Don't be cheap either.
Greedy. Okay, I think you want some sausage, right, Eric?
Yeah.
You do have to be careful because you don't have as much room like on a big round pizza to put stuff. But you can put plenty of stuff, right? Looking good, Eric. Okay, last but not least, you want some mushrooms, right? Oh, gee. You're getting a little greedy here, Eric. So we're just going to put this in the oven until these are nice and toasty and the cheese is melted. and then we will have a slice of it, right? Then we're gonna go ahead and make my pizza. Okay, so on to my pizzas, right? And as you guys know, I'm allergic to cheese, so mine aren't gonna have any cheese on it. Well, right. Okay, now for some topping. I'm gonna put a little bit of sausage. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of tomato. Fresh tomatoes on here. Yum. And we're gonna put a little bit of roasted red bell pepper. Wow. Looks good. What's happening?
How'd that happen?
I think a little mouse came and ate some of my pepperonis there. Next, we're going to put a little bit of mushroom. Yum. This is like super pizza bread. And finally, we have our artichoke hearts. And I'm just going to sprinkle these on the same way. Yum. Look at that. You don't need any cheese with pizza bread like that. Now these look really good. Now they're going to be ready for the oven as soon as Eric's are done. And it looks really, really good. The cheese is melted. The bread is a little crispy. And now we're going to put mine in the oven. So this is fresh out of the oven. And it looks so good. No cheese on it, but the bread is nice and toasty. The ingredients are all heated up. So now it's time to cut into these bad boys and take a taste. Okay, so let's slice these babies up, and I'm gonna use my offset bread knife. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these into like 4 pieces each. Just like that. So we have nice little individual slices of French bread pizza. Ooh, nice crunch. And I'm doing mine separate from Eric's because his has, let me move this one out of the way. Move this down. Look at that. Shh, you didn't see that. I'll move it back. Okay, so move his over here real quick so we can get 4 nice slices. Yum, 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 yum. And bring this one over here. I'm gonna get these 2 pieces right here. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It looks so, so good. Get these extra toppings that fell out. And now we're gonna take a taste. So it's time to take a taste. And mine doesn't have cheese on it, but it's gonna be good anyway, right? So we have sausage, roasted bell peppers, tomatoes, artichoke hearts, and mushrooms. Mm. Now that is good. That is absolutely fabulous. I don't know about you, but my local pizza places, they can't hold a card to this. I go out and spend 30 bucks on some pizza, and it's not that great. This is made right in the house. I can put whatever toppings I want, and it is so good. There's a roasted red pepper on there. Nice and crispy. That is out of this world. It is really, really good. Go ahead and try it. Simple to make. You can put any type of toppings you want on it, and you can even make it totally vegan or vegetarian. French bread pizza. Wow. If you like this video, please subscribe below and give me a like and a comment, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Twitter and Pinterest at amylearnstocook.
Hi, my name's Eric. I'm not running for anything, but I do approve of this video.
And these are just whole artichoke hearts. I believe they're in water. They're not the type that are in oil.